The Lost Constellations. Once upon a time, in a world not entirely unlike our own but far more enchanting, there was a young girl named Elara. She lived in a cottage nestled on the edge of a dense, ancient forest. Elara had always been fascinated by the night sky, and she often spent her evenings stargazing, trying to make sense of the countless stars that adorned the heavens. But there was something unusual about the night sky in Elara's world. You see, the stars were not fixed in their positions like they are in our world. Instead, they danced and twinkled with a life of their own. Every night, new constellations would form, and old ones would vanish, creating an ever-changing celestial tapestry. One evening, as Elara was peering up at the sky through her telescope, she noticed something peculiar. A constellation that she had always admired, the Silver Serpent, was beginning to fade. Its silvery scales seemed to lose their luster, and its radiant eyes grew dim. Elara couldn't understand what was happening. She had seen constellations change before, but this was different. It was as if the Silver Serpent was vanishing before her very eyes. Elara knew that she couldn't simply stand by and watch one of her favorite constellations disappear. She decided to embark on a journey to discover the reason behind this mysterious occurrence and, if possible, to save the Silver Serpent from fading away. The next night, she set out with her trusty telescope and a small satchel of supplies. She wandered into the forest that bordered her cottage, following a path that seemed to beckon her toward the heart of the wood. The trees whispered secrets, and the leaves underfoot crunched with the music of a forgotten melody. As Elara ventured deeper into the forest, the night grew darker, and the stars above shone more brilliantly. She could feel their energy, their vibrant life force, and she knew that she was on the right path. After hours of walking, Elara emerged from the forest and found herself in a vast, open clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient, gnarled tree with branches that reached up to the sky. It was unlike any tree she had ever seen. Its bark was as dark as midnight, and its leaves sparkled like stars. Elara approached the tree with a sense of wonder. As she reached out to touch its bark, she heard a soft, melodic hum, like the sweetest of lullabies. The tree seemed to be singing to her, and its song filled her with a sense of peace and comfort. "You have come," the tree said in a voice that was like the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. "I am Lyria, the guardian of the stars. I have been waiting for one with a pure heart to seek me out." Elara introduced herself and explained her mission to save the Silver Serpent. Lyria nodded in understanding and gestured for Elara to look up at the night sky. The stars above were now in constant motion, weaving patterns of light that formed new constellations. Lyria explained that the constellations were not simply random arrangements of stars, they were beings of light and energy, each with its own essence and purpose. The Silver Serpent, for instance, was a guardian of dreams and creativity, and its fading was a sign that something was amiss in the world. Long ago, Lyria began, the constellations were in perfect harmony, and their light filled the world with magic and wonder. But as time passed, the balance was disrupted, and some constellations began to lose their brilliance. It is your destiny, Elara, to restore that balance and ensure that the stars continue to shine brightly. Lyria explained that to save the Silver Serpent, Elara would need to embark on a quest to collect the lost fragments of constellations that had faded away. These fragments held the essence of the constellations and needed to be reassembled to restore their brilliance. With a sense of purpose and wonder, Elara set off on her quest. She traveled to different parts of the world, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, in search of the lost constellation fragments. Along the way, she encountered a host of magical beings, each with their own unique abilities and wisdom. One of the first beings she met was Celestia, a radiant creature who resided in the crystal caves beneath the earth. Celestia's light was so brilliant that it could reveal hidden constellations in the deepest caverns. With Celestia's guidance, Elara collected the fragments of the sapphire swan, a constellation that represented purity and grace. Next, she journeyed to the Whispering Isles, a place of eternal twilight, where the moon and the sun coexisted in perfect harmony. There, she met Luna, a gentle spirit who could communicate with the stars. Luna helped Elara retrieve the fragments of the Golden Owl, a constellation associated with wisdom and guidance. As her quest continued, Elara crossed a vast desert where the sands shimmered with the light of 1,000 stars. In the heart of the desert, she met Solarius, a fiery guardian who could harness the power of the sun. With Solarius's assistance, Elara gathered the fragments of the Ember Phoenix, a constellation that symbolized courage and rebirth. Elara's journey took her to the tranquil enchanted lakes, where the water sparkled like liquid stardust. There, she encountered Nida, a water nymph with the ability to reveal constellations and the ripples of the lakes. With Nida's guidance, Elara recovered the fragments of the Silver Serpent, the constellation she had set out to save. With each constellation fragment she collected, Elara felt a deep connection to the constellations themselves. She realized that they were more than just patterns of stars, they were beings of light and energy, each with a unique essence and purpose. She also understood that the constellations were a source of inspiration and magic, and their presence in the world was essential. After months of traveling and collecting fragments, Elara returned to the ancient tree, Lyria, the guardian of the stars. With the fragments of the constellations in hand, she asked Lyria how to restore their brilliance and ensure that the stars would continue to shine. Lyria explained that the fragments needed to be reassembled in the heart of the forest, where the ancient tree would channel their energy to the night sky. Elara followed Lyria to a secluded glen, where a sacred circle of stones lay beneath the open sky. With great care, Elara placed each fragment in the center of the stone circle. As she did, the fragments began to emit a soft, radiant light. The energy of the constellations flowed through her, filling her with a sense of wonder and purpose. Lyria chanted an ancient incantation, and the fragments of the constellations began to merge and intertwine, forming beautiful, luminous patterns. The Silver Serpent, the Sapphire Swan, the Golden Owl, the Ember Phoenix, and the other constellations took shape in the night sky, their brilliance restored. The night sky lit up with a dazzling display of constellations, and the moon shone brighter than ever. The stars sang a melodic tune that filled the forest with enchantment, and Elara knew that she had fulfilled her destiny. Lyria, the guardian of the stars, turned to Elara and spoke, "You have restored the balance of the constellations and ensured that the stars will continue to shine brightly in the night sky. The magic and wonder of the world are in your debt." With a sense of gratitude and awe, Elara watched as Lyria's form transformed into a constellation of her own, a radiant, ethereal figure that would forever adorn the heavens. Elara realized that her journey had not only saved the constellations but had also connected her to the magic of the world in a profound way. As she looked up at the night sky, Elara saw the Silver Serpent, now shining more brilliantly than ever. It was a symbol of dreams and creativity, a reminder that magic and wonder were woven into the fabric of the world. Elara knew that the constellations would continue to inspire and guide those who looked up at the night sky. Elara returned to her cottage on the edge of the forest, her heart filled with a deep sense of wonder and purpose. She knew that the magic of the constellations was not limited to the night sky but lived within the hearts of all those who believed in the power of dreams and the wonder of the world. And so, as you lay in your bed, under the soft glow of the moon and the gentle embrace of the night, remember the constellations and the magic they hold. The constellations are more than patterns of stars, they are beings of light and energy, each with a unique essence and purpose. They are a source of inspiration and magic, a reminder that the world is filled with wonder waiting to be discovered. So, close your eyes, look up at the night sky, and let the constellations fill your heart with the enchantment of the world, for the stars are a testament to the beauty of the night and the magic that lies within.